Right, today we're going to take a look at an old Bell & Howell Record-All cassette recorder kit. Not this one. I think this is 1969, maybe. Got a lot of stuff in it. But it's an older style 87-500 cassette recorder. Not this one. This is, I don't know, 1970-ish. A little more modern looking. Lots of stuff in here. We're not going to check that one out. What we're going to look at today is 1973 version. The professional Record-All kit. Is it professional? If so, what makes it professional? Well, let's take a walk around it and find out. Alright, let's open the kit up here. You can see we have a little pictogram of all the various attachments and accessories you'd have. We have the standard packet of instruction material and warranty cards and things. We'll look at that in a second. Little protective sheath there, and then the recorder itself. Now, I've taken the opportunity to sort of prepare this as the way it might have been back in the 1973 era. I've populated the battery slots with 4 batteries. There was no cassette in it when I got it, so I put a Bell & Howell cassette in there. Here we have our DC jack for your car, our earphone, our telephone pickup, and it came with the appropriate mic with the windscreen and the remote. Now here's the little remote thing. It would plug in just like your remote microphone does, except you could just operate it without talking. That'd be good when you were dictating with the condenser mic or listening to some dictation occasionally. And here's the AC power cord, which we will not be using. We'll operate it on batteries. And there's our young lady playing the guitar. Alright, here's that instruction manual I was talking about. You can pause your screen and read this. Nothing unexpected. Let's flip it over here. Hopefully we can get everything in without the glare of the light. Like I say, nothing unexpected. Alright, starting our look at the machine itself. It has a cover on it. Bell & Howell IC solid state cassette recorder with automatic shut off. You just lift this up, and there's a couple little pins that'll come out on the back where you can remove the whole top there. We're looking at the recorder. We'll have a 3.5-inch speaker back here. We'll have the little Bell & Howell logo. We'll have our cassette well. Has this nice spot here where you can get your fingers in to put the cassette in. That's good. A record and battery level meter. Your internal condenser mic, they've called a ready mic. Your volume knob. Tone knob, low to high. There's only one. We don't have separate bass and treble controls, unfortunately. Our sort of piano key things, not exactly, but close. Record, rewind, fast forward, play, stop, eject. There is no pause. We have a carrying handle. And around on the left side are DC in, external speaker, a switch here with 3 positions, automatic level control off, or monitor. You have a spot for your mic and remote, and a high level input aux in. Nothing around the back. On the right we have our AC cord in, which we're not going to use today. And let's see, underneath we have a little heat ventilation ductwork, battery compartment for 4 C cells, and our little badge. There's no K on the recorder itself. The K usually comes on the kit to indicate kit. But to get inside, you just have to take these 4 screws off out here to see things. And I've done that, so why don't I insert some of that footage here. Alright, taking a look at the inside. There's not much to see from this angle. So I can figure out which buttons to press here. Play. This has a flat belt, which is interesting. No ID of manufacturer. Fast forward, which is not controlled. In other words, I can't leave it down. Reverse. Stop. Too bad it's mostly disguised and hidden by this transformer shield plate, RF shield, I think. But it doesn't look all that complicated. Alright, I have a music source plugged into the aux jack, my old Zune HD, MP3 player, etc. I've got the setting to automatic level control. And we'll see how this does. Getting some meter deflection. It's always hard when I use this because I don't know quite where to set the volume on this for output versus what the input is. This is supposedly a high level input. If I switch to monitor, I'm not sure what this will do to the recording, but we'll try it. Nothing. What's going on? Oh, I didn't have it all the way set to monitor. Now we're back to automatic level control. Well, let's see how that sounded and what that little switch to a monitor sounds like. You wouldn't want a big disruption if you were actually recording something important. That was the switch where I went. First, I'm now on not automatic level control because I didn't go all the way to monitor. the same thing without automatic level control. And that's where I realized I was just faking and switched back to automatic level control. So if you do use the monitor on this, it does do a little blip in your recording. But other than that, it sounded okay. Nothing special. Alright, here's our remote mic with the windscreen. We'll do some recording test here. Plug this into the mic and the remote jacks. We'll set it on automatic level control. Turn it on. Alright, testing the Bell & Howell 3095 with the windscreen microphone on automatic level control. This is actually the 3095K. K always indicated it was part of a kit, as Bell & Howell's nomenclature went. So let's stop this. Now I'm going to switch to no automatic level control. Alright, still testing the windscreen mic with automatic level control off. Not getting any meter deflection. Got the mic right up to my mouth. Now I'm getting a little, so that's what it takes. But that could end up being overmodulated, I don't know. Well, let's turn this back down and replay everything and see what microphone recording sounds like with the windscreen mic. Bell & Howell 3095 with the windscreen microphone on automatic level control. This is actually the 3095K. K always indicated it was part of a kit, as Bell & Howell's nomenclature went. So let's stop this. Boy, it's sensitive to any movement. Alright, still testing the windscreen mic with automatic level control off. Not getting any meter deflection. Got the mic right up to my mouth. Now I'm getting a little, so that's what it takes. But that could end up being overmodulated, I don't know. It wasn't? Well, let's turn this back down and replay everything and see what microphone recording sounds like with the windscreen mic. Well, it sounded pretty good, other than I figure you got to be pretty careful about moving that mic while you're recording. Alright, let's try the internal condenser mic. We'll start with the automatic level control off. Excuse me, on. Alright, I'm testing the Bell & Howell 3095K recorder from the Record All Kit 1973 using the internal condenser mic with the automatic level control set on. Not getting a lot of meter deflection. Let's temporarily stop this. Move the switch to automatic level control off. So now I'm using the internal ready mic with the automatic level control off and getting absolutely no meter deflection. So we'll keep turning that up. Still getting no meter deflection. We have to see what that's going to sound like. Let's stop everything. So the first one's going to be with automatic level control. Bell & Howell 3095K recorder from the Record All Kit, 1973, using the internal condenser mic with the automatic level control set on. Not getting a lot of meter deflection. So now I'm using the internal ready mic with the automatic level control off and getting absolutely no meter deflection. So we'll keep turning that up. Still getting no meter deflection. Have to see what that's going to sound like. Stop everything. Okay, well, sounded fine with the automatic level control on. And I think off probably would have sounded okay. You just need to crank up your volume a little bit. I thought I'd do a little test with the little remote that you can use for things. It's not a microphone, but it is plugged into the mic's remote spot. So let's see what would happen if you were listening to something that you wanted to start and stop occasionally. So first I'll just do a little test recording here on the condenser mic again. We're on automatic level control. My instinct is to use that as a microphone, but that's not right. I'm using the condenser mic, and right now we're off. Now we're on, and you can see the meter deflection. So when we play this back, we could see what the individual remote worked like if you were doing some condenser recording and you wanted to start and stop without reaching up here to touch the buttons. So we'll turn this off and rewind and see how that works. So now we're off. I turn it back on to rewind. And we'll see what we got. Meter deflection. So when we play this back, we could see what the individual remote worked like. I just use the individual remote to turn it off. If you were doing some condenser recording and you wanted to start and stop without reaching up here to touch the buttons. So we'll turn this off and rewind and see how that works. Okay, well, it works fine. Alright, let's try a little bit of pre-recording tape. The first one's just going to be a very little bit because of copyright issues. Then we'll switch to our Walker's tape. I just like the beginning riff of this song. I always have. Of course. And back to our Walker's tape. Copyright free, I think. I would have preferred 2 individual tone controls. got pretty lucky with this machine. Mechanically, it's in a pretty good condition. All the fast forward, rewind, stuff all works. That's what you like. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Bell & Howell Professional Record All Kit from 1973. I think it's professional only in the sense that it's better than their other two previous versions that I showed briefly in their boxes here earlier in the video. Certainly isn't professional cassette recorder in any other way. But that's what they had back in 1973. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please do if you want to see more older consumer electronics like this. Bye.